How many viewers do we have right now?
I no idea. Well, hello everyone. If you're watching this, this is so impromptu. Um, we have not prepared anything, but anyway, hello Eric, hello Ian.
Hello, Julius.
Hello,
Happy
hello.
Wednesday. We are seeing a few people already in the group. I think if
Oh yeah,
you,
that's him.
yeah, if you are watching from Facebook and YouTube, perhaps we are looking at the live audience count. Actually, it's probably no one. Probably just the three of us,
Oh,
which is
there's a
probably fun.
few. I can see a few
Oh, okay. Hey
oh,
everyone.
on Facebook.
Ooh.
Hi to those on Facebook.
Yeah. So if you just joined, as you might see, we have not really prepared for this, but it seems fun. This is the first time that we all can attend Google I/O together, the real Google I/O, not the extended.
You know, I feel like this. Like, have you guys done any streaming of like games before? You know, those
No.
professional streamers. I feel it's a little bit like that. But maybe to explain to those who are watching, right? So the context of this is basically Google I/O, essentially because of the entire situation, pandemic. Google I/O itself is virtual. So like the actual event where you go down to the event venue, the conference, you join in on the festivities. They actually created this very cool sort of game-like virtual presence environment where you can just go in and explore around. There's like quizzes, videos, and then you can collect like swags. So you can see like I think Julius is wearing this fire-based stuff and a Google Chrome fan thing with an Android hat. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah. So it's pretty fun stuff if you are interested to join in. I think so. We actually asked for those people people from GDG or anyone, those people from employees from Google as well who have worked with to join us like at in fact 8 p.m. which is in around 5-10 minutes, so we can just take a photo and maybe just run around this area for fun. Yeah, so come join us. It's a very simple web application. You can see a link over there. So yeah.
Yeah, I think for the people from Singapore, actually, they probably are not familiar with Mr. Chi Hong. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. So I am Chi Hong, as it says here. Uh, I'm a GDG KL organizer. Yeah. So among other things, such as working for Julius.
Yeah, interestingly, all the three of us work in the same company.
Coincidence? Maybe.
Maybe. If only we are working for Google.
Oh,
Oh, kadoons.
Maybe you can change your name and just put a G in front. Fake. Like does this work? Wait, is it updated?
actually,
Oh
is
no,
it
wait.
possible to put emoticons in your name? I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
What
good
interesting.
emotes in
idea.
the name? Let's see. Okay, what's
By
the
the way,
icon that looks like Google?
Oh no, it doesn't let me.
It doesn't. Oh, that sucks.
Let me try and read those. There's a what's that? I found this corner of the map, and then this the bot right just sent this very cryptic thing. I think it's like a part of the URL, but I don't know where to paste it. Let me send it
Oh,
to the.
Maybe you should show it to the audience also. By the way, I think there's some newcomers. If you want to join us, we're planning to have a group picture at 8 p.m. But probably, as where we are here, we're probably going to delay a bit. You can go to that link, and we hope to see you.
So that was the message from the bot, and hey, the G in front. Okay, looks nothing like the Google G.
Huh. That's interesting. We should probably put it in search. Somebody might have figured it out. Put it in Twitter, perhaps.
Okay, someone just tweeted that actually. Let me see.
Oh, actually, Ruben has a question. Any free swags like extra Google Drive story? Okay, I think we will be joined by some Googlers in a while. We can cajole them to provide us with this benefit. Thank you for joining us, though. We'd love to have you in the group picture as well.
So I did a quick Google search for this cryptic line, and it seems like it was from Dev Summit last year. Interesting.
Oh, we should ask some of the GDs. You know what? I think some of the people in the event itself probably doesn't know that we are live streaming. So let's kind of drop a message to tell them that they can join us.
Oh, Daniel's here. Everyone's here.
Ooh.
I still need to figure out how to do this.
So we should probably wait for a few more minutes. I don't think we are going to start at 8. I think some people are just finishing their dinner.
Oh, Daniel and Mani are here.
Hello, Mani. If you are watching our live stream, we are here.
And Janice. Oh, wow. Thanks, JT.
Oh wow, I see sad also.
Oh.
All right. By the way, if you have just joined the live stream, we are in that link right there. We'd be more than happy to have you with us with this group picture. This is very impromptu, as you can see. None of us prepared for this, so there's nothing really special here apart from being able to see you somehow virtually, attend Google I/O together. JT, thank you so much for suffering for this. Hopefully the trade-off is good.
Have you guys tried golf?
Yeah, quite fun.
There's like, wait, do you went to the golf on the south map or on the north map? There's one that's like covered with a lot of golf courses thing, which is quite interesting.
Right above the IO.
Yeah,
There's 3 golf courses there. I see.
Yeah.
The most fun is like when there's 4 other strangers trying to hit the same ball.
Hi, Joy. Joy is messaging us from YouTube. Hello. We are live and we don't know what to say. We are talking about a golf game, which is part of this Google I/O adventure.
I'm gonna take a few pictures now just in case. Because it looks like there's a lot of people now as well. Oh,
Hi, Arna.
oh, Julia, someone is asking a question. Any chance you will have another live event in the future? Julius, actually, this one is in the chat.
Huh. Yeah, we would love to have live events. We should get rid of the pandemic soon, I guess. We'd love to see you in real life. By the way, Arna, Eric has a question for you. So apparently, Eric found out that there's this very cryptic, how shall I say, hashed message, and he thinks that it was from Chrome Dev Summit, and we have no idea what that means.
It looks like it should be part of a. It should be the coordinates. But when I pasted it in, did not show. Did not send me to. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, for anyone playing, I found out that to get to the island that you cannot get to normally, right? You just have to change the URL. Just a hit, and it will teleport you. If you move around, you can see that your URL will change, right? Just certain values will change on the X and Y axis.
Oh man!
Right? So you just need to decode that and change it and re-encode and go back?
I mean, you don't really. You can see that how many steps to the left, which values change. How many steps to the bottom, which values change, and then I just typed it in after I figure out. Okay, if 5 steps left to, if 5 steps to the left shows this, then I just changed that part.
Well, we have more people joining. So if this is your first time joining, as you might know, we are not prepared, trying to figure out things to say. It's really difficult when you put 3 introverts and ask them to figure out what to say. We're trying to come up with some topics here.
Have you all tried breaking the stone yet? Maybe we should just
The
leave
stone
everyone
hasn't
to.
respawned yet.
Oh.
We should ask everyone to actually go break the stone.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe you should guide us, Wayan, because I saw from your Facebook you actually did it.
Hopefully he responds.
Sorry, had to answer a call.
There was someone is angry at Facebook. Why?
Oh. You know you can get items from the food truck as well.
Ooh,
if you hit the food truck enough times, you get a different thing.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, that's how I have a coffee pot. There's a hit. Here's my coffee pot. Very important.
Do you have any favorite items?
Let's see. Apparently, there's a insecticide spray for killing bugs.
Oh, bug spray!
And there's one very weird one that I found. Okay, I'm gonna wear it now I'm not sure why they put it in here. Let me see.
Wait, where's Guyan?
I'm in the bottom right. So look at my right hand.
Oh, okay. Is that a knife?
That is a knife.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I guess maybe it makes sense if I do this. Let me change my other hand.
Oh,
I
right.
think it doesn't make sense if you only got one. But when I first found it, I was a little bit shocked. Like, why are they giving out knives?
So what are we having for dinner? Maybe Julius can stand in the middle.
Oh, should I move like this?
No. I mean, like, so we can eat Julius
Wait. What?
our fork and knife.
Hey, actually, we do have quite a bit of people already.
Yeah.
I was expecting more though. Not sure if people are still on their way. But the items.
Oh, wow, I just unlocked something. What the? If you click the emoji enough times, you get this.
What?
What?
Okay, what? Wait. Sorry. How do I enable that? Where is that? Looking. Ah, there
Run
it is.
wow with the emojis. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's the it's kind of
Wow.
like a side quest type of thing. If you fish enough times, you reach a limit, they'll give you another swag.
Yeah.
So I just have to like spam tap the emoji. Okay, I'm sorry guys. This is like blasting our ears. Oh my god, we actually.
Oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, look at that.
okay, we understand. Very important.
Yay. Interesting. Okay, maybe we should start. We should probably take one picture, no? Just in case.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you're joining us, we'd love to have you, kind of stand next to the sign. And then let's kind of take a picture.
Try not
Ideally
to
not
overlap
behind
over each
anyone.
other. Oh wait, no one is an eye. I'm gonna go in an eye.
Oh yeah, Julius, there's a bottom left, there's a camera button.
Oh, right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
I just
Okay.
found out like earlier.
Oh, someone put an eye.
Okay, I think someone is standing over Janice.
Yeah, there is no social distancing right here.
Oh, I think the other person walked off.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh no, Jesus.
No.
Oh no.
Oh
Someone's going to
no.
the
Someone
side.
disconnected.
What's going on?
Okay, I think people are standing on top of each other. So okay. Okay, this is a bit difficult because like if I press the camera. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh
Oh
no.
What happened?
Someone's
Ah,
standing on
okay.
someone else. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Did we get it? We got it. Okay.
Yes.
I think
Yay.
you right click and save it. Yeah.
Okay, let's save this guy. All
Or you
right.
can just open in a new tab.
Okay, how do I? Okay, let me just try to drag this to one of the tabs here.
Okay, I'm gonna take another photo for good measure.
Can you hide the names? Oh.
Okay, so apparently, in order for me to share the picture, I will have to share this live feed. Probably not the best idea, right? Like, probably somebody else can share the picture. Like, I don't know, Wayan.
Oh yeah, I took a few. We can try that. So I think someone suggested, shall we take one without the names?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
How do we?
So you go to the gear icon, right? And in the options, select visitor mode. So you'll take away your name.
Interesting. Okay.
Ah,
Oh, but if
okay.
you go to visitor mode, you can't chat. So
Oh yeah.
let me type in. Hey guys, let's turn on visitor mode.
It would be interesting if we can time everyone to press this IO button all at once.
Oh,
Oh, that would be
that would be
impressive.
a
That would
big
be
challenge. I don't think they're watching a live stream though.
Okay.
Right. Icon. Here.
Wow,
Yo.
there's so many people hiding. I am actually impressed. It's not easy to coordinate.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Wait, that's perfect.
I'm just gonna take one first, just in case.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep spamming the IO button.
Yeah, we can try to spam the button. Actually, I realize if you press number 1 in the keypad, it will also show the IO
Oh,
button.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah. Wonder if it's
that is
totally possible
cool.
for us to.
Okay, let's see. I'll ask everyone to spam the IO emotes.
I can imagine like strangers who have no idea what's going on. They just come across this whole crap.
Oh, you guys want to take a photo? I think this might be good.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Okay, I don't even know. Let's just try again. I didn't think I got the right one. Okay, that was probably not the best one. Okay, actually not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's save this guy.
Yay.
Yay! It's so good for you all to join us.
It's so fun.
Yeah, this is the closest we can get to IO.
Yeah. I was telling, I forgot who I was telling, but they managed to capture the physical experience virtually quite well, I must say. Given that it's virtual.
Yeah, that's true actually. Even the amphitheater, they were able to actually have a miniature version of it.
Yeah. And like
Right.
how they set up the domes, the inside of the domes to have multiple articles, computers for you to test out, code labs. That's cool.
So Eric, as as someone who has gone to Google I/O before, like, do you have a memory that what's the word for it? You find
Nostalgia?
precious? You find memorable? Yeah.
Memorable. You've been to IO too, right, Julius?
But you enjoyed it more.
Wow.
I was the one asking. Come on.
Okay, fine. What I liked most? That's a very good question. Actually, I don't say this just because I can't think of one right now. It's like there's too many. I love the snacks, the unlimited snacks, and the food is nice. I think the decoration. I think that's the most impressive. Like how they have the giant IO sign, and then they have like the community lounge, and then they have like a raised platform where people can sit down and just enjoy their meal and talk to other people without any social distancing required.
Ooh. Yeah, makes us miss those good old days.
Yeah.
Oh, I think some people are asking to break the boulder.
Oh, the boulder is back.
We can check and see if it's there.
Okay.
Okay,
It's a bottom left, right?
Yes, bottom left. Let me.
How do you?
how about
Which one is the easiest to teleport to?
Oh wait, you
I
can
think it's,
teleport.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, if you click on the
break
pull-up
the-
ropes.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I think the bottom left should be AR core, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we can teleport to
Let's
AR
try.
core.
Oh wow! I did not know that. Okay, let me check and see if the boulder is there.
Okay. So if you're watching this live, there's actually a boulder that has several thousands HP
No.
next to the AR core tent.
Wait,
and
no, it's
actually-
next to the map. Map is the closest one,
Yes.
I think. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
map is the closest one to teleport.
Come on, be there. Oh, he's there, he's there. Oh, it's
Oh,
still
yes.
help. Let's get them to come. Yeah,
Okay, let me tell them.
we'll storm it together.
And we can break the border.
Oh, imagine like 20 people just smashing the boulder.
This feels like a party quest.
Oh wait, can they see it if you chat there? I thought it's a proximity.
I hope so. I hope you
I think
guys
only
can.
Julius. Oh, Eric, as in, I was just talking to the people around the area.
Okay.
I think
Oh.
Julius is telling them.
Yeah. All right. We are going to AR core. Hello, everyone.
Oh no, map is the nearest one, but AR core works too.
Oh, someone is breaking it.
Okay, so if you're watching us live, we can actually just go all the way to the southwest, and then that's where the border is. So, oops. So if you're watching this live, it's actually just.
There's a lot of people on the border now.
Oh, it's almost broken.
Small crowd. Yeah.
Oh no!
I guess you're making it
Oh,
like
no.
just to see it. You have to go left and downwards.
Southwest, all the way.
Oh no!
South,
There's so many people. Okay, we can just.
Oh, everyone's coming. Oh, wow. Are there more people coming? We can take a photo.
All right, let's just break it.
Oh, Daniel, hi.
Oh, Daniel is there.
How much the border break?
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yay!
oh, this is funny.
There's so many people just rushing in. It's so funny.
Is it possible there will be like stuff like this on all four corners?
There's actually were you able to capture the dinosaur Stan?
Oh, which one is it?
Oh.
You can actually capture the chrome dinosaur.
Offline dinosaur.
Yeah. So actually there's a section where he's running around and then you just have to chase him and
I'm gonna go there. It's a web, right? Yeah, it should be web.
It should be web. So maybe let's drop a message. We're going to capture Stan.
Is it in the dome or is it outside of the dome?
It's to the right.
To the right.
You know the gray area? If you look at the mini map.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Oh,
Okay.
wow. You get something for catching it. Dino, help, I have cactosophobia. Interesting.
Okay, hello everyone. Let's go capture your stand.
So Shiny should be here, man. Like the dino is one of like symbols that he used.
Where's Henry? So many people here now.
I'm gonna go to the stage and see if there's anyone there, just in case.
It looks like Franchay has some things that she discovered.
Go south.
Oh yeah, I was mentioning that the URL thingy.
Oh,
Just a hint.
Oh,
what do you get for getting across?
I forgot what's there. I think there's a swag box.
so Eric, do you still have the URL? This is like
Okay.
cheating
Let me
in
figure it out.
daylight.
Let me see if this works.
Actually, okay, maybe for those who are online as well, you can try to do just base 64, decode it and change it because it's all numbers. So just decode and encode. I think you should be able to get there. I'm gonna go down and try. The place is in the south map, right?
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't chat with the group because you're too far away. Can you see my message? Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, it comes up.
So does that mean that we have to copy paste this whole thing? Oh no, we cannot copy paste.
Oh no.
So maybe we should
Put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we can send it to the
Or in the live chat.
Let me just copy the whole link.
okay.
XY. Oh, okay.
So
Wait, what if you
maybe
end up in the water?
Let's find out, right? So
Okay, I'm gonna try anyhow putting in the coordinates and see what happens.
Okay, let's try this as well. Okay, I'm going to go to another.
But if you decode it right, there's actually it's a CSV value with like a center, like there's two commas, there's a missing value inside. Wonder what that is.
hi Julius.
Hello. Okay, let's open this session. Let's talk to this guy. Oh no, he's stuck since CDS Scroll Dash Summit. What happened? Hey Wilson, no idea who he is.
Oh, I ended up. I'm stuck now. Oh, wait. I think you can get unstuck.
I'm gonna get a call just a sec.
Okay, let's see. X is correct.
Oh, I think some people wants to teleport, but they're probably not in the live chat. So we can ask them to join the live chat.
Let's fully populate this island. Oh, but yeah, no.
Oh, I'm in the water. Off by 1 value. Okay, so what
You
happens when you're stuck? So you're basically stuck.
For me, I tried to spawn in the middle of the water, and then like there's one box around the island that I cannot get across.
Oh, wait, you can get out.
Oh wait, what?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I guess if you spam the arrow buttons enough, you get unstuck.
Okay, so I guess this is the island. Hello, Proppy.
Oh,
Oh.
he's gone.
Hmm.
How many people are just stuck on the edge? But I'm just gonna fail.
Okay, let's we'll probably teleport back to the logo to see if anyone's there. Why are you sleeping? Wake up. No, no.
Oh no! What have you done to this?
Oh, have you guys tried the piano?
Oh, there's a piano.
Oh, the shared piano.
Yes, there's a
Show
what is
us.
it? Is it like west? I think it's west or north. One of these two.
There's experiences. If you click on the map icon, and then under experiences, there's one called shared piano.
Uh-oh, I was
No!
Oh
wrong.
no! What?
Alright, that's
no.
the end.
Okay, guys. Okay, that's it.
No!
Are you guys kicked out as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay,
Is that
so much
update?
for the group picture.
At least we
Yes.
got a group picture.
Yeah. We'll share it on Facebook.
Yeah, we should share it in Facebook.
Oh, that's so sad though. Getting booted up.
Yeah, that was fun actually. It's something that we hope to have, for almost 2 years already. Being locked down. Ooh, oh well.
Oh, they removed the link. I don't even see the link now. Oh wait, it's still there. But it doesn't work.
Yeah, it redirects. Oh well. I guess that's just it.
Yep, that's it.
Ooh. It
Did
was a
you
fun
did you
IO.
guys like look at any of the sessions or the collabs?
I,
I
I
watched a
thought
few
so.
of those, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, Julius, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to say I think there's a lot of very good announcements this year. I watch a lot of the Android talks because like I'm it's something that I understand better, I guess. I think a lot of very interesting announcements. So they do have how shall I say? Uh, they have a performance API that they open up, and it's really just an easier way for you to find out the quality of the device and how it performs. And they will attribute a performance score for every device. So previously, it's very difficult to actually find out which device supports what. So with this API, it actually kind of streamlines the whole process of trying to identify which device supports what, and then you can just provide functionality to higher end device. And so what they do is every time there's a new Android version, and every time a device updates, then they will attribute a new version for the particular device level. Um, so I thought that was quite interesting. What else? I'm trying. Okay, there's another one which is a new format called the AVIF. It's an image format. So as you all might know, uh, a few years ago, Google announced support for AV1, which is a much better video streaming codec. And now they're actually actively supporting it for Android 12 and moving forward. And what it does is it's actually a very small file size, as much as 50 to 80% smaller than JPEG. So it actually saves a lot of space and load things faster and so forth. So I thought that was quite cool. How about you? Do you have any interesting sessions that you?
Actually, a question about the AVIF. Wait, so what happens to what's that? The one that Apple uses, HEIC.
Yeah, so it turns out that for the one that Apple uses, right? There's a majority of the devices today actually support it. So previously when it was announced, I think it was probably 2015, 2016. Can't remember the year now. When it was announced, only the latest version of iOS devices support it. But now, like with most devices having been sunsetted and replaced by new ones, it's quite replete now. Um, so one of the advice that Google has is to actually use what you say, the HEIF or HEIF file format for the image. Likewise, for many of the newer devices, when they take a video, it's also the same video format that Apple uh, created back then. Um, so we can expect lower file size, faster load times.
Hmm, interesting.
Do you all like Project Starline? The one where like it's a live stream kind of 3D video communication, like a better
I
version of
didn't
Google
quite
Meet.
understand how it works. It looks too futuristic. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain. I need to look further. I just saw like a video of it during the keynote, and that's it.
It's
I
like
didn't really click on my head what's going on.
seems like it's a Google Stadia on steroids. Because like in Google Stadia, you transfer less packets. It's mostly downstream, but this one is like two-way communication with so much bandwidth. Um, that would be interesting though. Well, what about what have you watched the one whereby Pluto was talking like a real person? Like they have this in one of the sections of the keynote.
Hmm.
One of the how shall I say? One of the feature was you can they have a new project whereby they incorporate like human-like communication. Uh,
I remember that part as well. Yeah, because I,
yeah.
I I just watched like a review of that keynote.
Mm.
Okay, I wasn't focused on it entirely because I was sort of looking while listening to it on the side. It was a human conversation with Pluto, right? It was something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, yeah, that was quite interesting. I
Mm.
mean, that said, like remember there was this Google functionality whereby you can actually book a restaurant or
Mm.
a bar.
That one, yeah.
Still looking forward to it to come to our side of the world.
The responses were very realistic, though. I would agree with that. Like, if not for the slightly robotic voice, right? I don't think like most people could tell those responses were not from a human.
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that is very true.
And then talking about that, that also, I saw there's the, what's that? Indoor navigation, the indoor AR navigation
That is one.
of the Tokyo subway or something like that during the keynote. That was, I thought that was really interesting. It's like AR has always been like what how do I put this? It's something fun, but useful and applicable in real life has been quite minor, right? AR is like very cool for TikTok, Instagram, and all that kind of thing. But yeah,
Actually, that's true, right? Like I remember my Japanese friends. What they tell me is that whenever someone goes to Tokyo Station specifically, chances are they will get lost. So it's good to have an AR navigation.
especially with the language barrier.
Oh, true. But that said, I think the Japanese people, they're some of the most polite people, some of the friendliest in the world.
GT, what is that?
Yeah, so JT was,
Very fine.
what is a verified app? Please educate us.
You scan your body and have a 3D model. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh. Okay, that is a very familiar name. JT.
wait, is there a history about this?
Maybe he can explain the company that made this.
Is it Netverta?
Did JT used to work there? I think. Am I mistaken? I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
By the way, JT, I think some people might not know this, but JT is actually one of the early founders of GDG Kuala Lumpur,
Yeah. Yes.
the grandfather.
And
Like how many generations away, Eric, was you were you from JT?
I have no idea. Generations, I'm not sure, but when I joined, JT just left a year ago when I joined, I think. Because I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was JT and then Jesslyn or Shangi for a while, and then me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, long history. Our
I'm
JT is
sorry.
the second gen.
Fang says Tokyo Station is nothing compared to Shinjuku. Oh dear. I'm I think I remember alighting at Shinjuku once only to go to the garden. But I'm so apparently there's this Shinjuku a garden called the Shinjuku Gyoen, where I think a lot of locals hang out, especially during the cherry blossom season.
Wow.
But but Feng, you should tell us more about Shinjuku. Like, what's about it there? Um, and we have hi Mark. So Mark is from. I realize I've been talking a lot. I should actually like hand over the microphone to Eric and Wei Yan.
I think we're perfectly comfortable.
Yes. If you ask three introverts to host, I don't know what to say. Don't look at me.
So Mark is from Google Developer Group in Cebu. He's their tech lead, and we actually work together. Actually, the four of us work together right now. Um, and while he's saying that, the bosses are here, in all reality, everyone's job is on the line. So if one of us refuses to do our jobs, all of us gets fired. So not really sure who's boss. I think it's all of us. Fang says it's more complex, more train company. There's multiple Shinjuku.
Oh.
Okay, that is complex.
Oh wow. So that means that there's like multiple buildings into one big building.
Oh
Wow,
man,
that's intense.
wow. By the way, I think for some people who don't know Feng, right? Feng is actually from GDG Hong Kong. So many GDGs here. And, as with many people from GDG, we actually graduate either to the secular world or to Google. Um, so apparently Feng graduated to Google. And I think a fun fact, um, we actually, Feng and I, we worked together, I think about 2 or 3 years ago. He's Feng, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's still your vertical, Feng actually work on the media vertical. So he takes care of a few items in Android Media, Google TV, also some items on DRM. And back then, when I was still in Viki, actually, Wayan and I, we were in Viki before. And when we were in Viki, we were actually working on some issues with regards to DRM. And Feng was very, very helpful. So one of the complex problems that we ran into in DRM is that the documentation it's a bit old, and so it's really good to have Feng to actually help us understand, DRM documentation, especially for Widevine, which is Google's implementation. So thank you so much, Feng. Still remember all the fantastic help that you provided for us, and it actually helped us solve a lot of problems. So thank you so much for all your help. Actually, going back to the Shinjuku Station, right? So actually asked us to open the maps, and I
That's
think
a good
Wayan and
point.
Eric. Are you looking at the map? Do you want to share? Okay, I'm not sure whether it's a yes or a no or like ignoring me.
Who are you asking?
Oh, okay. I don't know, like whoever
Wayan,
wants to
obviously.
volunteer.
Oh, I was actually looking at the current, like the talks that happened yesterday, because I need to catch up on some of those.
Okay, maybe I can share my map then. Let's see if I can go and do that. Um, By the way, there's a really cool Google Map functionality that was announced recently, actually yesterday. But before that, let's search for Shinjuku Station. Okay, okay, okay. We're seeing one here. Are we? Okay, there. What?
Oh
What?
dear.
Okay, let's have the satellite layer because
I, is it
okay.
like
How
maybe
do
there are some that just completely underground and you can't see it?
that's a good point. Okay, all I see is a forest of concrete. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, so there was a announcement yesterday. I think you'll probably have seen it, whereby you can have a 3D model of Google Maps, and then you can. So one thing that they added is that you can put in I think it was a GLTF file, which is actually converted from products like Autodesk, Revit. And what it does is that you can actually plot a building project in any area of the map. You can just set the coordinate and plot it, and then you can have a 3D model of it. So then you can, um, have a model with varying degrees of height and kind of see how it might look like in the real world, or at least like in Google Map rendition. So I thought that was quite interesting. Okay, so I think Feng Lam, we were talking about the Shinjuku Station, right? So, so apparently there's a bunch of Shinjuku stations. I don't know how to make of that, but okay, good luck to the person who's going to meet his friend in Shinjuku Station. Not the easiest place to go, it seems to be. There's also this Shinjuku Sanshome. So apparently there's a Shinjuku main station, and then like you have this guy right here. Huh. Then you have the tourist information center, just in case you get lost. You know where to go. Oh man. Okay, there's this Shinjuku Nishiguchi. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Such a dense place. There's also another announcement from yesterday, which I thought was quite interesting. It's called the Perspective API. So apparently, as you all might know, in recent years, right, we have seen an increase in terms of the toxicity in how we communicate to each other. And what the API, so it's actually a free API service by Jigsaw in partnership with Google. And it's in Google Cloud. So what it so what it does is it actually looks at the text that you put in, and then it can give a rating of how toxic it is. So essentially, what it does is it kind of guides the conversation towards more, more winsome, more cooperative. So I thought that was a very good initiative. We hope that we can incorporate it into a lot of our user generated content, especially those with the commenting, those with reviews. Twitter. Okay, just kidding, Twitter. We love Twitter. Thank you. We love Elon Musk's tweets.
You mentioned something new came out for Perspective API.
Yeah, so apparently okay, I'm not sure whether it's a new thing or not, but at least it's new to my ears. So what it does is it does some sentiment analysis in terms of how toxic or how good a conversation is, and it can guide the conversation. Sort of like you can create certain features such as reminding your user to change some text to another text to make it more friendly, more welcoming, more inclusive. It could be an old API though.
I think they might have made some updates, but I have used like perhaps the earlier iteration of those. It is quite interesting. I remember.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, turns out that I'm living under a rock.
No. If
Two
it's
of
something
us.
they mentioned during the keynote or something, yeah, probably they updated it. But yeah, it is quite interesting. Like for those who are interested to try, right? When I was in Wiki, I actually tried to piece this together with our comment system. So what happens is that it's basically as Julius mentioned, it's an API, and basically for every single comment that comes in, right? I'll take that comment and I'll send that string over to Perspective API, and essentially they will give us a JSON object telling us the scoring of the content itself. So it's a bit like for ML, right? Sometimes they look at what's the image recognition. They say with a certain level of confidence whether this is a dog, this is a cat, or whether like on your face the emotion is it angry or whatever. So it's similar to that as well. They'll tell you with how many percent certainty that they think this is toxic. or this is offensive, or things like that. There's like, I think, number of skills. Okay, I don't recall the exact number, but maybe like 7 to 10 different uh, skills that you can use. So because the whether a content is good or bad is not just like on one single skill. There can be many different ways. Like, is it expletive? Like, is it offensive word, or is it just plain nasty, or is it just plain toxic? Like, so there's different skills on whether the content is good or not. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. Oh yeah, and the really cool part is they support multiple languages. Like, it's not just English. So that made it really interesting. Like, imagine you don't even need to build your own models to detect like the content. You can just use it and it works.
That's really good. Like, in fact, it seems to be something that we should encourage everyone to use. It makes the world a better place, cliche as it may be. Makes us more civilized the way we talk to each other.
I think it's I was gonna say I think it's really interesting because there's instead of just straight up telling people, it's like a nudge, right? In a way, maybe it's a bit more of a push rather than a nudge. A nudge is more subtle, but yeah, it's like even just a little nudge can change a lot of things. That maybe I'm just gonna randomly share this, but I remember reading about this. So in the UK, they have this what do you call that organization in the government called a nudge unit. That's the nickname for it, nudge unit. But the official name is called a behavioral insights team. If I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it before, but so what they do is how do I put this? It's like instead of making some stuff opt in, they become opt out to encourage a certain type of behavior. Right. For example, in taxes, right? Some of the stuff they can choose to opt in or opt out, and then they make it opt in so people, because they are too lazy to just opt out, and they just choose opt in by default, right? Or even helping them save money for retirement. Taking like 10% will be an opt in instead of opt out, right? You can choose to not save for retirement, but you have to go an extra step. So this type of nudge is really interesting, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel that you're being forced, right? Like, it's a gentle, like, it's not even a quote unquote reminder. It just like conditions you to actually, make the right choice.
Yeah. Because I think maybe a really good and obvious example that we all have been in contact with is how the plastic bag, it used to be by default, right? It becomes an opt out. You have to choose not to take a plastic bag. But because it has turned the other way around, so you have to choose to ask for a plastic bag. Then it reduces the use of plastic bags a lot, right? Just by that switch. It still can be free, but you have to ask for it.
Actually, it's quite interesting, right? Like, I think people don't want to have their arms twisted, But like, if you just like sort of like just kind of change the dynamics a bit, it kind of encourages certain behaviors that's beneficial.
Yeah. Let's hope that this is used for the greater good more than
True.
not.
That is true. In fact, there's somebody who it says pa shout out naman Joy Toledo. So this is uh, how do I put this? A transliteration. I don't even know how to say this, but it's actually a Filipino word, which basically means uh, how should I say? Like, can you give me a shout out, something like that? Yeah. So it's spelled in a Filipino way of saying the word.
But if you say it out, it's shout out. Okay.
Hello, Marjoline Tinkian. Hope you stay safe. We love you, Chaching. Please come and visit us in Singapore.
It was touching.
Oh, it's like when you close how do you call it? The cash register. Like
Ah,
Hi, Janice.
and
Okay.
plastic bag.
Yes. I think the adventure is working again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We can probably try to. Okay, let's. Maybe I'll jump in. I think Janice has a, how shall I say, faster solution. Just band them all together. Like why need a nudge when you can push people to just go straight away to
That is true.
just
That is
ban it.
true.
So Janice, what's your opinion on Bitcoin?
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Very quiet. But the price has been crashing, right? I keep seeing.
Yeah, should I buy? But China banned Bitcoin. I don't know.
Mm.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, shouldn't pay what we don't understand. Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't get burned.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I suppose with Bitcoin crashing, we probably don't have a cryptocurrency uh, using an entire country's energy. Oops, sorry. Enjoy your Bitcoin.
Maybe we should just go back to using shells. Seashells.
Digital art. Is this one of those NFT
NFT.
offerings?
If it's $5 maybe. If it's 5,000, then definitely not.
Or only if we get offered a job at Google. Do you need software engineers? Oh, there we are live. Our boss shouldn't see this. Wow. Janice is accepting Bitcoin. That's expensive.
Will the transfer be as expensive as the tweet itself?
Wow. Yeah, I suppose getting associated with Janice will increase our net worth by a lot.
You can own my unique tweet. Oh,
Janice, we love you. Oh,
Yeah.
the adventure is back.
I wonder what
Okay.
changed.
Yeah. Well, we can share this adventure screen again. Although it's a ghost town now, or at least like that's the perception. Hello, I'm all alone.
Oh yeah, question. Does anyone know where the hot dog stand is? Apparently there's a swag for hot dogs.
is it the one where they're asking like, is it a hot dog or something else thing?
No
Hot
idea.
dog. There's a pizza here. I'm not sure actually. No idea.
Hmm.
Have you seen the other IO statue? Like this is the more popular one, and then there's another one right at the
Oh,
top.
in the jungle, right? Is it?
Is
Is
it?
it that one?
I think we're probably referring to the same one. The one right at the bottom.
Wait,
Where?
I didn't realize this, but is the music proximity as well?
Yeah,
It
it feels
probably
like
is.
it.
Yeah.
Because when you walk past the speaker and that came out.
Oh, how did I miss that? That is very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it appears like if you go near a certain place and the music plays. Yeah, interesting. So actually, the further you go, the weaker the music. Interesting.
So Janice, what are the changes? Any secrets you want to tell us for this game? Any tips?
A
How do
secret.
I unlock everything?
Maybe we should ask Janice because she's the only Googler here that's active. Janice, help.
Mm.
By the way, we have Sumyat here. Hi, Sumyat. Sumyat is a Google developer expert for Android, and I think she's the first in Myanmar. Um,
Oh,
Hi, Timothy. We are actually in Google I/O. We are streaming live in Google I/O Adventure.
yeah. We are live in from a virtual mountain view.
I think Sue is if I'm correct, she's part of Women Developers Academy. Oh, by the way, shout out to Women's Developer Academy. Janice is recruiting for people who are interested to be part of it. Also, people who would like to mentor. I think. Yep. Google I/O. Oh, Janice is looking for a taco stand. It's actually, I think it's right here. I just have to go all the way up. Ta-da! Taco stand. Oh, so Timothy is asking how to play. You can actually go to this link, um, and then it will ask you to create your own avatar, and then you can go around a miniature version of the actual Google I/O. Um, uh, it's a shoreline amphitheater in Mountain View. There's a miniature version of it, and there's a lot of games, a lot of things to kind of play with. Yeah, Women Developers Academy. So I think, sorry, Janice, if I'm butchering it, but the whole idea is to encourage more diversity, more voice. We find that for the most part, men are more than willing to actually go up and speak. However, we think that for women, right? There's more in how should I say imposter syndrome. They're less likely to speak, but then they're just as good as us. So it's an opportunity for us to encourage our friends to go out and speak, share what they have been learning, and in fact, we have seen a tremendous progress right over the years. People like Sumyat, for example, who's a fantastic speaker. She's a very very good Android engineer as well. So having have this role models like Sue, like Janice to add kind of add more voice, add more diversity, makes things so much better. So please do join, and if you have friends who's interested to speak as well, we'd be more than happy to see them in the event. Um, I think it happens multiple times a year. Wei Yan is a mentor, very
You're
popular.
also a mentor, but it's the fourth time, right? That's this. I believe this is the fourth iteration.
I think this is the fourth iteration where you are the mentor. Ooh.
Oh, but there has been a
So
lot of success stories, as you have mentioned. Yeah, I think a lot of Lakopi events where a lot of the speakers and also other events. I mean, not just Lakopi, many of other events that the students have actually went out to speak at.
yeah, that's true. I think also out of Women Developers Academy, if I'm correct, we have Sakina Abbas. she's from Pakistan, if I'm correct. Now she's a Flutter developer expert, Flutter GDG.
Oh,
Ooh. And then we have a few others. I think someone from Brunei, right? Can't remember the name. We have a GDE from Brunei who also graduated from Women Developers Academy. And there's several others. Yeah.
I think Janice is saying yes. So yeah, I think it's fourth one. The question is the fourth one.
Oh, Xin Ying.
Yeah. Be sure to enjoy and love your friends, love your family. Life is short. Don't hate.
Oh, there's actually a polling booth on the northwest map.
Oh, okay. So I suppose.
Oh, I think talking about that, there's two bots. One of them is holding a space, and the other is holding a tab, and they're arguing about spaces and tabs.
Ah,
If you
where
talk
is it?
both of them, you can get a space or a tab and a tab.
Where
This
can
is
we find it?
web?
Let's show it to the
Yeah.
everyone.
You have to find it. I forgot where it was. It was very funny. I think it was like, yeah, I don't remember. Unfortunately, what came first?
So Ryan was saying that there's a polling station, right? Let's go to the voting area.
It's a very, very random polling. Like I think just now I saw one which one is better, Star Wars or Star Trek? Oh, trading common.
Trading
Now it's a
common.
very-
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. What? No. I'm going down to vote yes. No.
Yes.
No.
Vegemite.
Okay, what is this?
Vegemite.
What is a Vegemite?
I just realized that my avatar icon isn't showing for some reason. It's cereal or soup. Ew. No.
Oh my god. This is fun. Hey, come on, man. How is it a soup?
We should go fight this
book?
person.
Which book? MacBook? Okay, so we are in Google.
No.
Yay, Chromebook. Yay. 92% growth year over year. Yay. We love Chromebook.
Blink twice, Julius. is here. There's still some swag I cannot find. I'm gonna go and try find it.
Alright.
I wonder what happened if you max everything.
Yeah. Do I get real swag?
Maybe we should ask Janice. Oh, we have Shafiq. Hi, Shafiq. Okay, so I think just to introduce Shafiq, he's actually the Developer Student Club lead in PSP Academy in Singapore. Recently, they held a hackathon. I think it was called Ideathon, and it's a multi-day event where they invited a lot of Google developer experts. Wayan was supposed to be there, but I think he was protecting protecting our country. Thank you, thank you so much. a lot of Google developer experts were there, like Albert from the Philippines, also Joshua, and then we have Shang Yi, we have Henry, um, we have Shad. Um,
Horizon.
yeah, quite a bit. Oh yeah, Harrison was there, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of Google developer experts. Then they shared quite a bit around the technology that they're familiar with. And also there was a lot of projects that the students shared towards the end. It was fantastic, actually, fascinating event. That was one of the best we've seen. Thank you for running those events. Not the easiest events to hold, especially with the pandemic, but I think it was very well done. Um, thank you, Shafiq. Okay, new line after brackets. Nope.
What?
Oh, Hungarian notation. This is very
What is
interesting.
happening? Oh, let me search it. Notations.
That a
So,
mobile thing?
uh, it was popularized in mobile. So for those people who are interested with the Hungarian notation, right? Um, it was not supposed to be controversial, but it turned out that it became controversial because of our robot friend Android. So the story was in the early days of Android, they're using Java, right?
Hmm.
And they're using this thing called the Hungarian notation, whereby every variable is preceded by a small m. And then, as we all know, social proof is quite strong. And then we were like, oh, this is probably the new coding standard. And then in the early days of Android, people were like, since the Android team is putting m in their variables, we should put m in our variables as well. And so it became a, how should I say, a way to code Android for a while. And then over time, it was like the voice became clear that it's something that um, we should probably kind of move out of. So in recent years, we have like most of the Hungarian notations have kind of faded away in the legacy code mostly.
Oh, interesting history.
What color? that that meme doesn't die.
Wait, what? Oh,
What color is the dress? Blue or gold?
how many kinds of people understand binary? Oh man. Oh.
There's only one answer for that.
Wait, how do I even answer this? Like, do I understand in decimal? Do you have
Best
interesting
fantasy.
stories to share about Google Cloud? Like any fascinating stories behind the curtains?
Any fascinating stories behind the curtains? Hmm. not not that I can think of right now. Hmm.
I share something interesting about Android. Um, so for many of the Android developers, right, for quite some time, there was one feature that evaded Android developers for many years. So I think in 2011 it was, Yahoo produced an app called Yahoo Weather. It was one of the best, how should I say, one of the best designed UI. And one of the things that Yahoo Weather has, which other Android apps don't have, is actually a blur effect. So whenever you scroll up the app, it will blur the background. And so many Android
Julius, I think you're muted.
Oh, he muted.
Julius,
Oh
you're
no, what's
muted.
going on? Why did he get muted?
If you wave a lot.
I
oops, Okay, sorry. It turns out that I was muted for whatever reason. So anyway, I was talking about Yahoo Weather. Whenever you scroll up Yahoo Weather, it actually blurs the background. And so a lot of people sort of like felt that it was a very good UX, very good UI, and so they wanted to reproduce it. But it turns out that in order for you to blur, right, there's a various degree of blur, and then you have to do some computations to the image and apply the filter, and then it blurs the image. So it's very computationally expensive. But for some reason, iOS have very good support of blur, but not for Android. And so for a very long time, many designers and Android engineers were not in their best terms for the blur effect. So there are blur libraries, but it's suboptimal. So apparently, there's one Android phone, which is the HTC Dream. It's the first Android phone ever released. That one has blur, and then every other Android device don't have blur. So HTC Dream has blur by default. Um, and only recently did they actually support blur once again. But out of the box, because like from that now the chips have improved so much that the amount of jank that we are having in blur, it's not very noticeable by anyone. So that was something quite interesting behind the scenes on Android.
How could they do it like long time ago and then suddenly forget
I
how to
wonder
do
if
it?
Eric
Or
has
rather,
some stories also. Like I think you've been handling a lot of Google technologies, right?
Sorry, you were mentioning who? I think you were cut off
Oh,
there.
yeah. I was thinking about
Mhm.
Eric if he wants to share something.
oh no, I was asking about like why did
Okay, I
HTC
think
manage to do it
couldn't hear
long time
Eric.
ago and then suddenly
Is it
stop
just
being
me
able to do
or
it? Am I muted?
I think okay, I can hear Eric and Julius, but I think Julius cannot hear Eric. Okay, now I cannot hear
we should
Julius.
probably exit this first and come back. So let me just try to reload.
Okay.
Oops. Maybe the stream is messing with his.
No.
I was so confused. I was like, did I get disconnected?
Oh, he's coming back.
Yay! Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
So for some reason my microphone screwed up and it affected the audio.
I think just now you're in the middle of asking Eric if there's any interesting Google technologies that he's been using.
Yeah, and I was asking like why did HTC forget how to do it and suddenly remember again? Or rather, how did they manage to implement the blur a long time ago?
This is something that I don't know. I think they have a specialized computation specifically for the blur, which other manufacturers didn't have. But the full story, I think we should probably dig the history. I'm not sure. That's a good one.
Because I always feels like it's that because that reminds me of this talk I watched before where what was that about again? So the person was talking about how we forget our technologies, right? And maybe we still can do it now, but most likely in 20 years time it will be impossible to assemble a team of people to build a computer from nothing because the knowledge has been lost, that kind of thing. That's why I was so interested about the HTC
Oh,
situation, because is it like something like that where the knowledge was lost or something else?
I think probably it's not the knowledge lost. Because at that point HTC was in its prime. So they should be I mean the source code should be there. But probably it could be it. I think I mean it's hard to speculate in public. um,
But it
Maybe
could
money.
happen. I think what Eric mentioned Like for example, if we were to use maybe a very raw example, like starting a fire, I think that's probably an essential skill that maybe 300 years ago, most people probably know how to do it because there's no existence of like lights, electricity wasn't a thing. But I think today it would be a little bit harder. Like I think even with campfires and all that, usually people will use they won't like from scratch right do the entire like the stick rubbing thing or using at least with the flint and stuff like that. Yeah. So that is somewhat of a concern, yeah. Like how do you create the first machine that creates all the other machines? Probably we already lost that knowledge.
Whew. Wow.
Yeah. And then like especially with all the abstraction that happens in technology. And then we just start taking things for granted, and then we forget the basics, which is good and bad, right? Because if we keep trying to remember the basics, then we can never move on. But at the same time,
Yeah, could you imagine, like, several million years in the future, our descendants will, like it could be a case whereby, like, a lot of life is lost, thousands of years hence. And then they're like, wow, this advanced technology, what is this Chrome
yeah.
OS?
Well, how
What
did they
is-
create this display? How did they make colors?
Oh man, I did think about it.
Yeah, it's like scary and very interesting at the same time.
It's a very good fiction, right? I think like I read a few science fiction that has something like this, whereby there's some like ancient technologies that they dug out, and then like it advanced civilization. Well, who knows?
Yeah,
Like who built the pyramid? Why is the pyramid like so? The symmetry
like
is quite.
yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying that's the I read about this what's it called? Tar fire, Roman fire, something.
Oh, the Greek fire.
Oh, Greek fire. Yes, Greek fire. Yeah. If you know about Greek fire, then I don't need to explain. But for those that aren't familiar, so the Greek they managed to invent this weapon, right? Something like a flamethrower, where it will shoot. It's a bit like a flamethrower, where it will shoot this substance, and it will burn for a long time, and it will burn on the water, right? And so like they invented that, and they managed to conquer and fight back a lot of invasions and take a lot of land. But now the technology has been lost, and scientists they couldn't replicate that exact substance anymore.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
interesting.
Is there estimate on how many years ago it was? Like when they made this flamethrower?
Let me just very quickly check. The year 672.
Wow.
Oh, that's really long.
So 1,500 years ago, roughly 1,400 years ago.
Ooh.
That's interesting to know that like over more than 1,000 years ago, they already have a mechanical device for spewing out fire.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very interesting.
The contraption should be very different from like what we have today. Yes.
Hmm. Well, I think they're more effective burning buildings back then than now.
Oh, Amil, hello.
Uh,
By the way, do you guys know about the story of Recaptcha? Like Recaptcha is now it's considered a Google technology, right? Do y'all know about the story about that? Like how
Say.
Recaptcha came about?
I don't
So
know.
because I just recently watched a video on it, like the person who created in the first place. So the story turns out to be something like, okay, I think this is early 2000s. So in early 2000s or maybe mid 2000s, Google wasn't that big yet. What was big on the internet was actually Yahoo. Uh, and apparently one of the big wigs of Yahoo went over to a university, I think it's CMU if I'm not wrong, did a talk on I think something like 10 things that 10 problems that they couldn't solve at Yahoo. And turns out there was a PhD student who looked into it, and one of the things they were asking is, how do we stop people from like spamming our site, creating accounts on Yahoo.com and things like that. And back then there wasn't a Recaptcha. So in this PhD student created something. The initial Recaptcha that I think some of you might have seen before is the warp text. Essentially, take a text, transform it and warp it. The computer, or rather the first bot, right, that's the one that does the warping, knows what's the input. But the let's say for other bots, right, they won't be able to recognize it because it's warped to a different degree. Yeah. So the interesting thing is that part of the video I watched was basically explaining why Recaptcha has become harder and harder. So we started off with those warp text first. Then you go into the image recognition today. Like, you have to find 3 things that is a bus, or, what is a bus, or what is a mountain, things like that. And the interesting thing is that, so Recaptcha, first they came up with warp text, then Google bought it. And then turns out that they have been using like the result, right? So every time you have been selecting a bus or all that, right, you actually have been helping Google to train their bots. And the funny thing is then this goes around in a loop, which is that, okay, so now we are helping them train, and then other people can do the same as well. And then now bots are getting smarter and smarter, being able to recognize things like this, which is why the initial question of the video is, why is Recaptcha getting harder and harder to do? Because humans are not able to solve, like basically for a certain puzzle that they give you, right, sometimes humans actually have a lower probability of solving it as compared to the bots. So that's why if nowadays you're getting more annoyed by Recaptcha, right, that's the reason. Which actually I do think is true. Sometimes I'm selecting like the bus, it looks like a bus, but somehow it's wrong.
Wow.
Or maybe like the traffic light goes a little bit to the top and you're like, should that be a traffic light?
Oh my
But it's
god.
really exciting to see that, interesting to see that they use what we input, right, as the way to train. I think what they mentioned was Google Maps or something like that, like basically being able to train their bots to be able to do this stuff, image recognition on augmenting this stuff on the maps or something like that.
That's really smart.
Endless feedback loop.
But I think the end result now is that we're going to get a Recaptcha that bots can solve better than humans. So it's like the warp text thing, they had to change from a warp text over the images because bots could solve it better than humans. So if you warp it until such a big degree that the bots can solve it better than you, then you have to move to another medium already. But at this point, I think that even the images part is not going to hold. Like, and this is just 10 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
The age of Ultron is coming.
Like Ruben mentioned, sci-fi movies are like predictions for our future. For better or worse.
Oh man.
Okay, so if any bot is looking at this video in the future, I love you. We're not offending you by talking about all this bots thing.
Yeah, we should actually help them succeed, right? Because then otherwise when they see what we are doing today and discover that, we are the bad guys or preventing their domination, we'll be in trouble.
Oh no. I realize that this has turned into a podcast.
Yeah, quite interesting. We didn't know what we are going to talk about at the beginning, and then like we started talking about like end of the world and stuff. Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's 9:30. We were here for 2 hours.
Oh,
Or at least in the stream it says.
2 hours.
Yeah, it was quite fun, right? Like we
Yeah, it's
started
fun.
with the group picture and then trying to talk about like various stuff about Google technology, even like kind of exploring the world a bit and then do some voting, and we ended up talking about robots. And it's super cool to have both of you for this impromptu event.
Thanks for inviting.
Thanks. Wait, let me see if I can find a Recaptcha video. Maybe I'll share it later. I think it's like on Vox or something like that. Oh yes,
And
it's on
also-
Fox. Oh, sorry.
What if you could control?
I was going to say, wanted to thank also, the people who actually stayed all the way, and people who joined late. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
what's left of the of the party. Quite interesting. I still see like 10 people from various channels. So good to have you still with us.
Oh, actually, I shouldn't put it here. Let me put it in the comments instead.
Maybe it should be like, oh, links will be in the show notes below. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, I guess if you are interested to kind of see what Recaptcha, oh, by the way, like before we close, right? Like Samantha from Google Business Group in Penang, Georgetown, she actually showed me this thing. She messaged me while we were like while we were about to close. She basically like slept next to me and Feng, and she actually showed me a picture of my character actually sleeping as well.
Ah.
Oh, well. I guess we eventually get bored. um, well, yeah, I guess we'll see you in some of the events, upcoming talks. We have Firebase, we have AR Core, we have Google Pay coming up. So looking forward to those talks as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you all back. We have work tomorrow. At least those who are not on leave. I am on leave. Yay. Yeah.
All right.
Right. Bye.
Bye. See you.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.